Yeah, we had it jumping, yeah, we kept it live. I ain't trying to go home, so I'm leaving at 5. In the morning, still Jones with a hot mommy. Then she woke us up to cook us eggs and hot tamales. We just doing that thing, smoking on Mary Jane, swinging up in the...
What you rap can and will be used against you in a court of law. That's KAB 254, all set to perform at the South by Southwest Music Festival. But instead, KAB, a.k.a. Rashad Owens, sitting in an Austin, Texas jail, charged with 2 counts of capital murder after police say he avoided a DUI stop, barreled through a barricade, ran over more than 24 people, killing 2.
At approximately 12:30 hours this morning, a member of the Austin Police Department who was working an overtime program, which we call STEP, looking for DWIs, initiated a routine traffic stop at the Shell gas station located southbound Interstate 35. The suspect driving that vehicle immediately turned on his turn signal, feinting as if he was going to yield, went into the Shell gas station. The suspect, rather than stopping, continued through the parking lot of the gas station, exited here on East 9th Street, and immediately accelerated to a high rate of speed. The officer immediately started to try to catch up to the vehicle, and before he caught up, the suspect turned here behind you. We had a member of the Austin Police Department working barricade control who actually was forced to jump out of the way so he would not be hit. The suspect then rapidly accelerated down the street that you see behind me for about 2 blocks to 11th Street, striking most of the pedestrians right here in this block that you see between 9th and 10th Street. The suspect then entered the intersection at 11th and Red River. In that sequence of events, he struck a cyclist, a person on a bicycle, struck 2 individuals on a moped, struck a taxi after he crashed at 11th and Red River, immediately fled the scene on foot. The suspect was actually tased by the pursuing officer, and that put an end to the foot pursuit.
Chrissy, let's start with this rapper's rap sheet, if you would. Give me a little bit of history on this guy.
It's not good. 2010, criminal trespassing charge. In Texas, he was convicted of that. Move on to 2011, there was a DUI marijuana charge in Fairbanks, Alaska. He pled guilty to it because he basically hit a light pole, knocked it on the road, tried to hide behind a motel with the vehicle. Police found him. Reported that, you know, he was swaying and smelled funny, burnt marijuana, his eyes were bloodshot. He tried to tell him something happened with the brakes. Didn't go over. Said he drove off because he didn't know he had to call police. Then he said he wanted to call his aunt, but he didn't know her name. I mean, it's a whole convoluted story. He ended up, as I said, pleading guilty to that charge. And then in 2012, there was this criminal mischief charge also in Fairbanks, Alaska. He failed to appear in court on that charge, so he's actually wanted in Alaska.
Unbelievable. Now, let's take a listen now because the rapper, the suspect, Rashad Owens, his brother spoke. Take a listen.
When he seen the police get behind him, you know, he got instantly scared. Like, man, what am I gonna do? And he just tried to, I guess he just tried to run and went down the wrong way. On behalf of SMG and on behalf of us, we're sorry. And for those,
apologize.
For those, there's 23 that's injured. We're sorry.
Yeah, Linda, looking at this case and the description from his brother, it starts at, DUI checkpoint. He must know that he's under the influence of something, gets scared to avoid police, but then it just goes from bad to worse, now resulting in capital murder charges. Really interested in your reaction to all of that.
Good afternoon, Vinny. Nice to see you. And this is such a tragic case. Look, he was scared more because he was drunk, obviously, maybe on drugs, but also because he's an outstanding warrant in Alaska. So he's running away from the police. I don't think, quite frankly, Vinny, this is a capital murder case. This is not like a Ted Bundy. This is not like those 2 animals in Connecticut. Yes, it's this terrible, but what you have here is a lot of counts of manslaughter. He was reckless. His conduct was reckless. Perhaps you can rise it a little bit up to a second degree if they have a second-degree murder, but I do not see this as a capital murder case here, Vinny.
Yeah,
he's not
bottom line, though.
He's terrible, but he's not the worst of all the demons we have.